Iran has delivered a chilling warning to its Gulf neighbors. It said that any country that joins Donald Trump's planned economic offensive against Tehran, it could face retaliation like an earthquake. Now, the threat came after Washington promised an unprecedented campaign of economic warfare and isolation against Tehran. Mohsen Rezaei, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, he issued the warning in a televised address, urging neighboring countries to stay away from the U.S. campaign. He said that any country that participated in economic restrictions against Iran, it would be termed as an enemy. Listen to this.
If he, Trump, decides to take further action, our response, our retaliation will be seismic. First, we will tell all neighboring countries and countries around the world not to join the United States in its economic war. Any country that takes part in imposing economic restrictions on us will be regarded as an enemy.
Well, all this comes against the backdrop of Washington preparing secondary sanctions on foreign banks, companies, and governments that continue to do business with Tehran. The strategy is straightforward: force Iran's trading partners to choose between access to the U.S. economy and continued ties with Iran. U.S. believes that this pressure could achieve what military operations have failed to deliver, which is compelling Tehran to compromise without launching a broader campaign of strikes. But Iran's hardline leadership appears determined to resist Washington's pressure campaign. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi mocked Trump's new economic D-Day strategy by sharing a 2012 Obama post, where he was quoting Joe Biden on the most crippling sanctions. Take a look.
This is a repetitive scenario, from the crippling sanctions imposed during the Obama administration to the maximum pressure campaign during Mr. Trump's first administration, and now to the latest sanctions. All of these measures have been introduced under different titles, but they represent the same kind of bullying that we have always seen in American policy.
But behind Tehran's defiance lies a deepening economic crisis. Years of sanctions, a disruption caused by war, declining oil revenues and restricted access to global financial markets, they've all left the Iranian economy under enormous strain. The UAE's decision to suspend trade with Iran had added a new and dangerous dimension to the standoff. Abu Dhabi has been one of Tehran's most important commercial links, and the halt in trade threatens to deepen Iran's isolation. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has defended the Memorandum of Understanding. He called it the best available arrangement to pull Iran out of what he described as a state of neither war nor peace.
If we signed that memorandum, it was because we believe a war cannot go on indefinitely. At some point, we ultimately have to make a decision to save the country from the state of neither war nor peace.
Amid the threats and counter-threats, the bigger question now is Iran's economic survival. Iran cannot attract investment or rebuild its battered economy while the threat of renewed conflict hangs over the country, and access to Hormuz remains uncertain. The memorandum has offered the possibility of sanctions relief, restored oil exports, and economic recovery. Its failure has instead brought Iran back to the edge of confrontation. Now, with oil markets already under pressure and the future of Hormuz uncertain, a sanctions battle could quickly become a crisis felt across the world.